Yesterday, I published an article in Elephant Journal called Because Touch Has a Big Shadow. Here's that article. There is so much research about how vital touch is. It's been shown to lower blood pressure, improve immunity, and even boost performance of athletic teams. In fact, researchers are telling us that touch is fundamental to human connection, communication, bonding, and health. When infants are not held and touched enough, they fail to thrive and suffer from low weight gain, poor mental and emotional development, impaired social skills, and lowered immunity. They can even die. Similar symptoms are showing up in aging adults. Holding, hugging, eye gazing, listening, and other expressions of human connection alleviate many of these symptoms for both the young and old. When I work with parents, I help them see how important it is to hold their children, not only when they are upset, but for other bonding times, like reading stories together, wrestling and playing, and falling asleep. Children learn to regulate their own bodies and emotions when they are held and in close proximity to the calm nervous systems of their parents. With all touch has going for it, you'd think we'd all be touching each other all the time. We'd be cuddling, snuggling, holding hands, and sharing long hugs. We'd be touching our friends, our children, and even our coworkers. So why aren't we? Because touch has a big shadow. Our biggest wounds often involve touch. The National Sexual Violence Resource Center reports that 1 in 5 women in the United States and 1 in 71 men will be raped at some point in their lives. Rapes often go unreported, making the real numbers even higher. According to Child Help, 28% of adults report being physically abused as a child, and 20% report being sexually abused as a child. Those are incredibly high numbers, and they're underreported. Abusive touch teaches us that touch is dangerous. We still need touch, but we've learned that it's not safe. Our relationship to touch gets very complicated and often involves numbing and then making other unsafe choices that continue the loop and cycle of wanting touch, getting it or not getting it, feeling lonely, getting hurt again, abuse again. So that cycle can be hard to break. But even if you were lucky enough to avoid sexual and physical violence, you've still learned how to tolerate touch you didn't want or didn't ask for. Did you have a creepy aunt or uncle that insisted on giving you hugs and kisses while your parents stood silently by or maybe even encouraged you, saying, just hug them, it's no big deal? You tolerated that and in the process learned to doubt your own boundaries. Or maybe it was a sibling that held you down for tickle torture and wouldn't let you up until you couldn't breathe. You endured that and vowed never to be that vulnerable or helpless again. Perhaps you also had some awkward teenage sex. It wasn't rape, you consented to it, but you were nervous, you didn't know what to do, and it didn't feel good or even hurt. You went through with that and perhaps told yourself that pleasure was something for other people. Did your parents jerk you out of the way of an oncoming car, change your diapers, or hold you down to brush your teeth? You gave into that touch to survive. Through all this and more, every one of us has learned how to tolerate and endure touch we don't want in order to get social approval and avoid pain and rejection. As nearly helpless infants with a long, dependent childhood, avoiding rejection is a matter of survival for humans. So congratulations, you did it, you survived. But we all long for more than survival. We long for a sense of safety, belonging, connection, compassion, and love. And all of that can come via touch. However, when we associate touch with danger, enduring, tolerating, putting up with, and just getting through, it's hard to reach out for it. It's hard to initiate. It's really hard to ask for what we want because it's even hard to notice we're missing it. Unless we've had quality, safe touch in the past, and unless we believe we need it in the present, we won't notice that our depression, anxiety, low immune function, addictive behaviors, and irritability might all be sourced from a lack of touch. So we need touch. We fail to thrive without it. We've been hurt by it, and we're suffering. What can we do? It turns out that there's a lot we can do. Here are a couple of options. We can choose to step into something new. We can learn new habits of touch. Humans are incredibly elastic. Our brains and our whole nervous systems learn. We can rewire ourselves. So when we develop our touch vocabulary, we learn to trust our bodies, we create relationships of safety and consent, and we start to enjoy ourselves. We need to experience safe, consensual touch to know it exists and to feel how it calms the nervous system. I help people experience consensual, safe, non-sexual touch, one-on-one and in groups. As a professional cuddlist, I offer my clients an experience of safety and belonging. I help them find their desire for touch and the nuance of how they want to be touched. I teach them through examples that yes, no, and I changed my mind are all completely valid responses. Then their bodies show them in every session that there are ways to share touch that have nothing to do with tolerating or enduring. It's all about pleasure and what feels good right now. And we do it while being safe and staying within our boundaries. To make sure that safe quality touch stays accessible to everyone, I started to bring together people of different socio-economic, political, and sexual orientations in a shared consensual touch experience. It's called Community Cuddles. We follow cuddle party rules, practice exercises for consent and empowerment, and leave time for open cuddling. We emphasize that no one has to touch anyone ever at our cuddle events, and we practice saying no. We also practice saying yes. In any of these organized activities, you learn a new language for touch. You create different biological patterns in your body. You learn that it's okay to ask for what you want. It's okay to say no. It's okay to ask for touch, and it's okay to turn down someone who wants to touch you. Then suddenly your experience of touch changes, and you get to experience all the benefits while reducing the risks and knowing how to handle any mistakes. Then you can firmly, without a doubt, say that yes, touch is great and healing, and you like it. So you can find this article on Elephant Journal, and you can also find information about me as a professional cuddlist at cuddlist.com/Cassandra. That's CUDDLIST.com/KASSANDRA. And you can find information about my free cuddling events that are held in Boulder, Colorado, on Facebook if you look up Community Cuddles, or on Meetup looking up Community Cuddles. So I wish you all the best and look forward to hearing from you. You're also welcome to reach out to me directly at Cassandra@cuddlist.com. That's KASSANDRA @CUDDLIST.com. All the best to you.